So hi guys, in this video we are going to talk about the topic GCC Compiler. Okay, so before directly jump onto this topic, first of all we will try to understand what is compiler exactly. Okay, so basically compiler is nothing but it's a software program that translate our human readable source code which is written in the high level programming language into the machine code. What does it mean? So simply compiler is what is doing compiler exactly? Compiler is translating our source code into the machine code. Okay, that's it about the compiler. And this machine code can be understood by our CPU, that is our computer, and can execute it. That's it. Okay. So now let's move over the main topic, which is GCC compiler. So basically G stand for GNU, C stand for compiler, and the next C stand for collection. So basically GCC stand for GNU compiler collection. So now let's understand one by one. So what is GCC? GCC is nothing but it's a compiler system which is supporting various programming languages. Okay, you can compile various programs. Like if you have, suppose you have, if you have written some program in C programming language or C++, so that easily can be compiled with the help of GCC. Okay, so it also supporting the languages like Fortran, Objective-C, C++, Go language, and many more. Okay, so now the question is arising, how can we compile with the help of GCC? So this is format. First of all, you will have to write GCC, then your source code, that is your file name with the proper extension. If you have written the program in C, then you should definitely write .c. Okay, if you are writing a program in C++, then you should write cpp.cpp, right? So this is the command for compilation process. Okay, so now how can we run? For running the program, you will have to write ./a.out. See, if you are using command prompt in window, then for running that particular program you will have to write a only. Okay, let's take the example, like how can we see. I have written a program hello.c here. So now let's compile it with the help of GCC. So for compiling we have to open our CMD because we are working on Windows. So we will write here CMD, press enter. So now it open. Okay, so for compiling, what we have to write, what we have learned so far, first of all we have to write GCC. Okay, let's zoom it for better appearance. GCC, then our program name. What is our program name? Hello.c. Okay, hello.c. Let's press enter. So it is compiled. It is not showing any kind of error, right? So it is successfully compiled. For running, what we have to write, because we are working on CMD, so we have to write just only A. So what is printing? It is printing our desired output, that is hello coders. See, after compiling, after writing the GCC hello.c, it has created a .exe file. Let's see our .exe file. Okay, to see carefully, a.exe file is created after running the compilation command, that is GCC and our file name. Okay, now let's move to the further slide. So now let's learn how the compilation process is occurring exactly. Okay, so there are major 4 steps for the compilation process. The first one is pre-processing, second one is compilation, and the step third is assemble, and the step number 4 is linking. So suppose we have written any program in any specific programming language. So now this program is nothing but our source code, it will pass through the first step, that is pre-processing step. After passing this step, it will create a intermediate file. Okay, intermediate file is nothing but .i file that includes the our headers and also the macros. Our headers is nothing but has include things, okay, and expand macro is nothing but has defined. We already know, right? So these are the things it will be there in intermediate file. So till now we got the intermediate file, that is nothing but IR. Okay, so after getting the intermediate file, we will pass this pre-processed file into the second step, that is compilation. Okay, so what it will do, it will compile this file, intermediate file, into the assembly code. Okay, assembly code is nothing but .s file. Okay, so now this assembly code will pass through the third step, that is assemble. So now here assembler, what it will do, it will it will convert the .s file into the machine code, that is object file, .o, or we can also say .obj, object file. So now this object file will pass through the last step, that is linking. Okay, so now linker, what it will do, it will link this this machine code. Basically it will convert into the machine executable code, that is exe file it will generate. So now the question is what it will be linking. So now this machine code will link into the static library. Okay, so till here, after processing all these four major steps, we will be getting executable file, that is .exe file. Now definitely we can run it. Okay, now let's move forward. So I here briefly mentioned all those four steps in detail something. So what was, so let's take brief idea again. Pre-processing, what it will do, just simply create intermediate file. Okay, and it will include the headers and macros, right? So you can check it by running this command as well. Okay, the second step was compilation. In this step, so our pre-processed source code compile into assembly code. We just now saw, right? Pre-processed, after that compilation. Okay, so we will definitely we will get the assembly code for a specific processor. So now you can write this command to see this. Okay, the next is assembly. So the third step is assembly. So till now we got the assembly code, right? So now this assembly code is converted into the machine code. You can use it, this command. So definitely a machine code is nothing but .o file, right? So the last step, what it will do, it will link the object code with the library code. That's what discussed right now, and it will produce the executable file, right? So these are the four main steps. Now let's talk about the GCC optimization levels. What are these? See, basically if you are using these levels now, then you will get your desired output in less time. How? So the first level is O0. If you are using this level, then no optimization will occur. But how can we use? Just you will have to write after GCC this optimization level. Then after that, just write your program name, file name. Okay. If you are using O1 optimization level, then there will be definitely some basic optimization will occur. How can you use it? Just simply write after GCC O1 optimization level, then your file name. Okay. Then O2, then O3, and then O fast. If you are using O2, then definitely moderate optimization will happen. If you are using O3, then high optimization will happen. Okay. But if you are using O fast, then there will be fastest execution. You will get your desired output in less time. Okay. So these are the command. How can you use it? So definitely you will get some idea about the GCC compiler. and what are the optimization levels we can use it. Okay, so we will meet in the next video with a different topic. Okay, so keep learning, keep coding.